Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Shocks with another jungle guide. It's gonna be a quick jungle guide just to show you how I've been finding a lot of success in Korean server, Diamond Plus Elo. Um, just to show you that I have 95% on recent 20 games with Qiyana, 19 of them being jungle, one of them being mid. And I use the same builds. All of them would require you to go Prowler's Claw. So if you're used to Eclipse Muramana or Eclipse Umbral Glaive, Yumu's, whatever it may be, it might be a different feeling slash power spike. But I'll be explaining why I feel like this build is the best out there, at least in this server. So this Korean server has a lot of action, which means that cooldown reduction on your ult, having your ultimate up for whatever possible fight, could be the difference of winning or losing, which is why I decided to go Prowler's Claw, and it gives the option to one-shot the enemy without having to worry about not doing enough damage. So that being said, let's get right into what you're supposed to be building. So I'm just going to click on one of them. If you see more than 2 AP, mostly it's going to be their mid laner and their jungler being AP, and let's say they're fed. You do want to get Ma. I would suggest you guys to go Zelda's Grudge at third item at the earliest, obviously, because you need Umbral and then Prowlers. You always want to, so building Umbral is just just don't question about it. Build Umbral. That's where you got to go. And obviously for runes, these are the runes that you'll take every single game. Skill build, every single game, the same thing. Obviously, you can change armor or magic resist, but getting back into item building against AP, mostly mid and jungle, you want to go Maw fourth or third if they don't have a lot of armor. You can just go third item as Maw because you still have enough damage to kill their carries. If they do have armor, you are better off building Zero's Grudge because your job as Qiyana, right, is to assassinate. So if you can't assassinate, then your job is not, you have no purpose in playing Qiyana. So that being said, the final build would look something like this. Against their team comp right here, you first build Umbral, Prowler's Claw. You finish your boots, or you can finish boots before Prowler's Claw, but I think it's best to just go Umbral into Prowler's, and this power spike would hit you super, super strong. And then third item, 90, and not 90, 80% of the time I will go Zelda's Grudge. Maybe I go Yumu's if I get super fed and they don't build armor. But you can build Yumu's fourth if they don't have much armor. I was super fed this game, so I decided to go Yumu's before getting some defensive items. The choice of going Guardian Angel versus Death Stands, I would honestly, if you're new to Qiyana or don't really care about optimizing perfectly, you can just get away with building Guardian's Angel all the time or Death Stands all the time. It's basically the same thing, similar thing, but just a slight difference of you can Sui Bomb on ADC, like you can just Prowler's Claw into them and then just trade 1-for-1 with Guardian Angel and it'll work most of the time. Obviously build Serpent's Fang if they have a lot of shield, which they did. And everything else is just random. You can just go anything. Obviously, if they had a lot more AP damage, could go Maw, but they didn't. And Edge of Night with, oh, this is very important. Edge of Night, I will build Edge of Night into stuff that would interrupt me during my combo. So, or when they have big abilities. So, such as this game, they got Pantheon point and click stun. They got the Zoe bubble. They got the Nami R, which would stop me mid combo, which is why I went Edge of Night. This game, Talia's E would stop my combo, which is very, very bad for Qiyana. If you've went against Talia, you probably know what this means. It's super annoying to go against. And obviously this one, Alistar and Gragas Body Slam, a lot of interruptions. So, well, this is mid game, but you get the point of when to go Edge of Night. But the build for jungle we're gonna be talking about is just the standard this. But let's talk into early game jungle pathing because jungle's 70% of the game is decided on early game pathing. Yeah, I would say roughly 70%. So we're gonna be talking about the Red Crux Raptor level 3 gank first. So we're gonna be taking a look at this. So this game, early game, I end up dying because didn't know this was warded, and then they collapsed on me. So I'm flashless right now, and I gave the kill to GP, and I don't know if they warded my blue, so I started bot here because I have no option. If I were to fight here again, we will lose the 2v2/3v3. So just best to avoid any conflicts at level 1. If you do end up getting invaded as Qiyana on level 1, you can pretty much say the early game is pretty doomed. You have to force a lot of plays, and hopefully that works. Because Qiyana's not really a farming champion. So this game, I just already accepted the fact that top is probably gone. The top jungle is probably gone because Jarvan can go red into level 2 invade, and I'll just die without flash. And I have no vision. So I just decide to give up topside. I mean, if he doesn't invade into my topside, then good. I will still have topside, but I'll continue. I'll just show how I clear raptors. I grab grass second most of the time to just stand like this and regen until I get my some abilities back to just kill them. That's the best way to do Qiyana raptors. It's the easiest camp for Qiyana. So I see a gank opportunity. Here, I already thought that my top side is gone. Like, I just already complete given up. So if boss side doesn't work, then I'll just check scout like if there's jungle camps available here. If not, then I'll just take a reset, do Krugs, look mid, bot again, and then continue. But decide to check bot to see if it's warded, and it is not. So we just go for it, and we have a blitzcrank, so it's super easy to get kills. I do end up getting the root. I wanted to give it to Draven, but Draven was hooked by Nihilus, which is why I took the kill. And that kill as well. And we saw Jarvan here, so now we know that Jarvan didn't go to my top side. And then he cleared towards bot because he had double buff. So now the pathing becomes pretty clear that it's either Jarvan does this and go mid to top, or he takes a reset, and then after clearing this, he takes a reset and then goes to top side. So we make the decision to go top. Mazir was just kind of caught in the action. And we're just trying not to fight. And we can see that Jarvan's here without smite because he probably used it on the bot scuttle. And we start fighting because Blitzcrank came from base. And after that, it's just pretty much not important because this is just things that would happen in only this game kind of stuff, right? So that's the Red Crux Raptor. There's a strat, and reason why you would go is if you think you're going to get invaded on the other side, or if you think that you can get kills on the bottom, which I did, and we end up snowballing and winning this game. Gonna be talking about the another flashless variation, but this time, oh, okay, I remember. So flashless variation. I'm gonna have flash, but they're not gonna have flash. You can see Blitzcrank loses flash somewhere around. It's right here. So this time I decide it's another thing, very important thing to know is where I'm pathing. This game I could start bot because obviously if I start bot I get faster leash, and if I have faster leash then I can be more healthy, and being healthy as Qiyana jungle is a struggle. So it's very tempting to start bot, but if I'm ganking for Olaf, I could get this karma to like 2 kills and 0 death. But by the time this Olaf gets level 6 and later in the game, those kills are not going to matter at all as to me getting kills for bot lane, right? So knowing that this is Karma versus Olaf top lane, doesn't matter if Karma gets fed, she's going to end up losing this matchup hard, which is why I'm going to start top here. And I'm not really afraid, or there's another afraid of me being invaded, and I talked about how bad Qiyana is level 1, which is why I just decide to quote unquote give up bot side, start top. Karma ends up not getting that kill, misses the flash Q, and then at this point, it's just like, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't path for top side. And then while I'm pathing for bot side, my bot lane died. So another important thing to know, because this would not always happen. This would happen sometimes where you're pathing for a lane and then they die. This is where the flexibility in jungling comes in. So if my bot lane didn't die and then the wave was like somewhere even, after this Raptors, instead of red, I would go straight to bot side, trying to look for a gank before they can shove it out and then start getting vision. The way, the timing that the enemy bot lane can get vision is only by pushing out the wave and getting vision, because there's no way in world where Blitzcrank is going to leave Draven alone just to go ward this tribush when the lane is even. So just thinking about enemy ward timings, yeah, you can abuse that to get successful ganks. But Pyke dies, so I decide to do red because I'm still waiting for Pyke to come here. I'm not gonna 2v2 with Ezreal. There's no reason to. And most of the time, after we saw they push it out, so most of the time it's gonna be ward on try, which is why I decide to skip over this Dragon Wall to bypass this ward and go for the gank where Blitzcrank doesn't have flash. It's perfect timing because they started fighting, and it's going to be a free kill in the bot lane. Honestly, I should have swept here, get rid of that ward, and then started doing Krugs, but it's fine. So after they died, our Ezreal backed, and then there's some, or not Samira, their Neela is coming back from base. So in that time, our Pyke back as well. But in that time, I'm just clearing my jungle camps. And here I'm just looking to prevent dives, but obviously dives not going to happen. Now I'm going to look to clear ward. You see how this expired? The tri-bush, this was warded when I went the first time. But it looks like Blitzcrank was also missing, so Neela's just standing in like bot bush. So I decided to wait for Pyke, and we see Blitzcrank come. And this is where we get another kill in the bot lane. Because no reason for me to just go topside right now. Remember what I say in the beginning? No reason to gank top, so I'm just gonna keep focusing bot and mid. That's exactly what I do, and we're abusing the flashless Blitzcrank right here. So just like that, we're gonna take a lead in this game, and then by doing this, we're keeping bot lane super safe away from their jungler, because their jungler can't really come bot. And the last thing we're gonna talk about is a very, very common thing against good players, is they know Qiyana is weak level 1. So they're gonna invade. In this case, Rek'Sai decided to invade top, especially because they saw us in the bot lane. could not get a piece of that feels bad. But Rek'Sai was probably thinking that I'm going to be taking their bot side, which is why he did my red right here. So at this point, I'm thinking um, it's either I go bot or I path towards our Kled that doesn't have flash. I don't know if I can stop it here. Okay, well, Kled doesn't have flash. He has a barrier ignite. And then it's a matchup. Top is a matchup where it's very snowballing in terms of like whoever gets few kills and denies CS can continue to deny CS and then get further leads. So I can see that Rek'Sai gets both my red and Raptors because when I pressed tab there, I saw he had 8 CS, which means that he took 2 camps, 2 full camps. So I know Rek'Sai is doing Raptors, so I use this time to actually get a gank. Note that I'm only level 2, but I still have like positioning advantage, which is what I go for. And I flash his, I chase his flash, and then tried to get the Rek'Sai, but couldn't. And here you don't want to push it out because this is freezing. It's good for Azir, putting Vex further behind. And note that Vex doesn't have flash, so you can use that to your advantage later. And since I know he's still clearing bot side, I decide to go top. And I'm gonna just quickly take his blue. And while I'm doing this, I'm constantly pinging, keeping like letting my team know where Rek'Sai could be, so my team can play around that. And while that's happening, I see a top dive being available because it's a Kled. So basically, just knowing what your team champion does and their power, which is in this case is Kled slow pushing, building up a wave, and then crashing into tower into a dive. Kled can easily dive and then drop aggro, so which is why we got that kill super easily. And yeah, just like that, 3 minutes in the game, 2 kills, and like a lot of the time I'll get tons of kills in the early game, and I'm able to just snowball because I'm just controlling vision with Umbral Glaive. So I guess I can talk about a little bit after. I don't really have examples, but I just wanted to make a quick short video, just a quick update how I'm making 95% win rate on Qiyana jungle. But yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about is after you get fed, or even if you don't get fed, around level 6 or 7, you should be constantly moving around the map with Umbral Glaive. Although you don't get a kill on bot, like I would mostly focus on bot lane after Herald. But after you get kill, and after you get a Umbral Glaive, you should be constantly moving around the map, clearing wards. And what that does is it's creating pressure where enemy team, even though they can kill like your teammate, they'll be hesitant to do that because they don't know where I am. And then it also creates pressure on their jungler to respond to that, while I can abuse that knowledge to do other things while their jungler is wasting time trying to counter gank me, etc. So just going around the map, clearing vision with Umbral Glaive, and obviously ganking if you can, if they have no ward. That's what you're mainly trying to do, and push your lead further and further beyond. But hope you guys enjoyed this short Qiyana jungle guide. If you do have any questions, because this I just made it really quickly, just wanted to give a quick guide on how I'm finding big success in Korean solo queue. So I might have missed some things. If I did, please feel free to comment down below. If you do want to check out more about how I fully played out all of these games, the videos are all on Twitch. Yeah, it is all on Twitch. All of them is pretty good to look at. So yeah, feel free to do that, and hope you guys have great rest of the day /night. It is nighttime for me, And for those of you who's just wondering why, okay, I'm dragging out this video so long. Sorry about that, but for those of you who's wondering why I'm in Korea right now, I'm in Korea because mainly to visit my family. I spent time with my family for like 2 weeks when I came here, and then I decided to just boot camp here because I'm staying extra month or so. So I'll be staying in Korea until September 10th. We'll hit Challenger in Korean server. Easy peasy, no problem. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Um, Feel free to just drop by my Twitch. I stream every day, so I'll be really glad to see you guys there. But I dragged this out so long. Sorry about that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.